Okay, so today's my very first, we're talking about guard passing. And guard passing is one of those things that there's as many guards as there are. There's maybe 5 times as many kind of passes. Like there's so many different ways to pass a guard. But we're going over the first, and you're gonna see what we're covering today is the Toreondo, which is the bullfighter. So when we're doing this one, pay attention to the grips. We've got some nice little black belt tips in there. And why would you use this one for self-defense, and why would you use it for sport? They're pretty common distinctions or important distinctions that you should make about it. Okay, have fun, guys. Okay, so Toreondo. Toreondo is an awesome guard pass. Toreondo means the bullfighter. Ole. So you can probably see it mimics some of those motions here when I get Thomas's pants, and then I throw his legs to the side and then step into a knee on belly position. And I'm just gonna step high so I don't crush him. He's my only son, so can't kill him. So hips back, but I want to keep some strong legs here. So sometimes we get caught doing demos and a little too relaxed. This is a little too wide. There you go. And if it's too relaxed, why wouldn't I just throw him down and come on top, right? Which is of course a variation. But what we're looking for today is throwing to the side and stepping in. Now, there's a couple things that we can do to make this a little bit more interesting. And we have to talk about sport or self-defense. Is passing guard a sport thing or self-defense thing?
Most likely sport.
Why?
Because you're the one passing the guard, you want to get on top of them to get points.
Right, so in a self-defense situation, when would I have to pass your guard?
You have to control a guy who's had a knife or a gun.
So if I had to get somebody under control where I couldn't just leave the scene. So if Thomas did have a knife, gun, whatever it is, he might be forced to try and get control of that weapon, but I might not need to get control of the individual if I can just leave. But if this guy's in my house, I'm kind of forced to do that because my family's around. So passing the guard is mostly thought of as a sport idea, but there's a lot of self-defense involved in it as well. So we're gonna play with a couple different versions of the Toreondo. So when I'm walking into someone's guard and I'm deciding if I'm gonna do Toreondo or not, the biggest thing is, do I feel some tension here? And I don't feel any tension, so I'll just throw the legs to the side and pass. So we wanna make sure, it's very likely in a self-defense situation, they may be kicking, try to push me away. So I want to try and get some control of this leg. This one I'm not so worried about. And I'm doing it by keeping my knee bent. If my leg was straight, he could kick my leg out. But by keeping my knee bent, it's strong so much that he's pulling himself away. So I want to, well, in this case, I'm just going to kick your leg to the side, which would be a variation of a Toreondo, I suppose. And it's something we have in that progressive system. If it's very strong, lift that leg up, kick, and then step in, right? And then from here, yes, clear it off and pass. Now, what I'm looking to is get grips though. I'm not worried about this leg. I'm concerned about this one because it might kick me in the face, right? Now for sport, that's not allowed, but that's not to say it doesn't happen. He might be trying to get a foot in my bicep or something and kick me by accident. So should be a nice long stance, like a karate stance. I'm looking to get control, and my black belt tip for you is this. My grip is mid-shin, okay? And that's gonna be very helpful. If I grab at the pants at the bottom, that's not terrible, it's fine, but it does allow him to move his knees around a lot. Can you move your knees around? And then put your feet on my hips or my biceps or whatever else, or strip them or go around, this kind of stuff. So, and that can be very annoying when you start doing jiu-jitsu for a while. You're struggling to get the grip is challenging, and then you get a grip at the end of the cuff, and they're just whipping their feet around and breaking your grips, or they put it on your biceps. If I grab really high by the knee, same thing, very easy for you to get feet on my shoulders, hips, biceps, whatever you need. If I grab in the middle of his shin, just the upper half of the shin, go ahead, put your foot wherever you want, strip it around. You're trying to, there you go. It's very difficult, isn't it? So thumbs down grip, this would be your black belt trip, or black belt tip, thumbs down, about one hand width below the knee. Okay, I don't want to be on the knee because he can move his foot. Don't want to be on the foot because he can move his knee and his hip. Okay, so to get that grip, you walk in, keep that knee in. You can grab and grab at the same time, but remember, this is the one that we're most important about. Kick me in the face, please. Yeah, he does karate, but he can't quite reach. Kick me in the, anytime you want, kick me in the face. There you go. So it's the first one I'm grabbing. As soon as you grab, pull to the side, shin comes in, okay? Now again, I'm not gonna go to knee on belly, but I'll let Thomas do it to me here. So you can see, got a strong grip, good, and go Toreondo. Good, so he's got his knee on belly position, nice and high, okay? Foot's out so I can't reach very easily. Now, we have some little variations and bonuses to it. So, okay, so once I have this grip, as I pass around, kick that leg on top. So that when I go to knee on belly, and I'll be nice to Thomas here, shrimp away. It's very difficult, isn't it? But a lot of people, when they do the Toreondo, will do this, and now shrimp away. Very easy, okay? Another really bad habit is this. Okay, just throwing the legs to the side. Not very effective. If he wants to get his feet to the hips, he could do it right away. Yeah, and that's very, very common. They can kick that up. So holding on to the pants is important. We don't want to just throw it around because he will replace, or you can get your hands on the shin like you did earlier. One of the moves I like, or variations I like the most with this, is as I walk around to the side, if he tries to replace his guard, I pass and then get to the other side. Okay, so this is definitely easier against someone that you're about the same size, or maybe they're slightly bigger. I don't know if Thomas could do this to me. There's a lot of size difference between the two of us. But there's some things he can do to help out. So let's see if he can do it first, and I'll give a little adjustment. He's gonna come around. Oh, he can do this just fine. So, a couple things that's gonna make it easier. One, he's gonna push my heels into my butt and my knees to my chest as he starts to walk around. Good, and then if I don't react, he's just gonna go to his knee on belly position. Perfect. Let's go reset. So we're here, he gets his grips, he pushes into me. Good, he can feel that tension, he walks around. If I try to recover guard, he passes to the other side. So again, this is really nice because it's working off my reactions. Very likely I'm not laying on my back or with my head on the floor. My head will be up and my legs will be a little tight. When he pushes in, it curls my hips slightly. He walks around, I try to recover, and then he passes. Now, bonus points for this, that would be like an extra black belt tip, but not necessary. Having it pass is gonna be fine from here. One last time here, please. Normal speed. Nice. So the big one on this is timing. So if you're gonna train this with your partners, what you're gonna do is watch Thomas here. I'm gonna train him. I'm the one that decides what he does. So either he's gonna go straight to Toreondo, let's just see straight to Toreondo. Good. Or he's gonna do that again, and I adjust, and then he passes to the other side. So let's just do 20 seconds of that. Ready? Go. Good call. He's 1 for 1. It's hard not to want to follow him around. There you go. He's 3 for 3. 4 for 4. Okay, so you get the idea. The guy on the bottom is going to feed him. Either I just sit there and don't do anything, or I try to recover my guard and he passes, right? So this is a very, very fun and versatile guard pass. Great. This is why it should be your first guard pass. Keep in mind, it's definitely a little bit more sport-minded. You'll see this all the time in MMA. You'll see this all the time in sport jiu-jitsu. For self-defense, it's practical. But again, only if you need to control the person on the ground. Otherwise, you should be getting out of there, okay? Enjoy that one, guys.